Hello everyone, my name is ESAM. I am normally a professional Super Smash Bros. Ultimate player, but I am also a very passionate Divekick player. A very popular fighting game in 2014. Was like 2014, 2015 were its peaks, but that does not make the game very hype right now. Me and RagingCherry are going to be submitting a race in the hardest difficulty of computers, being damn tough difficulty. And as it mentions, this game is damn tough. Whoops, I'm on a different window, haha. So I'm going to be running the story. Divekick being a fighting game that is very... It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Everything's one-hit kills. There are a bunch of nods to the fighting game community. It is just really, really fun. It has a lot of personality to it. So let us get started with the run. And I'll obviously be explaining things as I go for the uninitiated, because Divekick, pretty niche game, but that does not mean it crazy. I'm actually the CEO 2014 Divekick champion, and RagingCherry is either the 2014 or the 2015 EVO champion for this game. So it can be pretty intense. Mr. N being a reference to Marn, who's a fighting game member. He does have it. So there's a few different things in this game. So again, the big gimmick of this game that I haven't explained is that there is only two buttons, dive and kick, and that is it. There's no left, there's no forward, there's nothing. You can literally only jump and kick, and all of your spacing and all of your neutral will just be based off of your jumps and your kicks. If you hit kick on the ground, you will jump backwards. So it's a lot of intense spacing. It's a lot of, it's very committal movement, which means that you can feel really dumb for your decisions. Each character has meter, as you can see. Specials, I just got my kick factor, which is when you fill up your meter all the way, which is pretty rare because a lot of people do like using their air and ground specials. You see Mr. N trying to use those ground specials in this game, and a little bit of flair that is in this game is the fraud detection warning. If you're up 4-0, you know, there's a bunch of high stakes money matches that happen in the fighting game community, and you never want to just get washed. You never want to be 5-0'd or 10-0'd or even 13-0'd. Shoutouts to Perfect Legend, because that's not a good feeling, right? Oh, okay. Mashing enter so we can beat the speed game. Because again, obviously this game normally is a versus game, but me and RagingCherry actually did run this I believe it was Smash the Record 2017. So for reference, you can check that out for a little bit more of how this will play out in a speedrun setting, because it's pretty rare that people play this as a speedrun, but that does not mean it is not super competitive. That does not mean it's not exciting for the viewers at home. I feel like it's silly enough also that I can get a decent amount of donations. And again, a big thing about this game is all the characters have different jump arcs, different jump heights, different kick arcs. So it's a lot of little matchups, because if you're not ready, you might actually lose. Like I remember the year after I won CEO 2014, I actually got like 7th the next year because I ran into two fairly unfamiliar matchups. So it's very, very, very important. And yeah, there I use a Dive's ground special, which actually jumps him forward, which is the only thing that you can. It's the only thing that jumps forward in this game. So it's pretty important. I'm trying to get this fraud. Okay. And a bunch, again, of people are, they rely on tropes in either the fighting games or, like, silly movies that the fighting game likes. Like, that is, I think, based on Kung Pao End of Their Fist, the love interest character. I don't remember her name because I'm the worst. Kick being our rival. Him having a faster kick, a lower jump compared to Dive, who is, again, a higher jump, slower kick. And this is difficult, because the more unreactable your jumps and your kicks are, obviously, the less time you have to really play against it. So you have to be very careful. But if kick commits to a neutral jump, then as Dive you should be winning. There we go. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta slow play the matches. You can't always just rush in. You will die for it. I'm just going to try to farm some meter. And again, stage control is very important, just like in other fighting games, because one, being in the corner always sucks, right? You never want to be in the corner because you have less options, you don't have the ability to jump backwards. But also, you see the timer up there, 20 seconds? It may feel like, oh, this game is so fast, how does anyone ever time out? You would be surprised, there are hella timeouts. And so, the big thing is when timing out, obviously since it is a one-shot kill for every character in this game, it is pretty easy to just kind of play passive and try to lose, or rather, and try to not lose. And so, whoever's closest to the center when it times out actually will get the game victory. So it's very important that you keep stage control in your mind pretty much at all times, just in case the game does go a little bit slower. And damn, I'm wrecking these CPUs right now. Because even though obviously I'm one of the best players, it is still very easy to lose rounds. It's easy to lose, even games. And, you got to make sure that you don't just kind of crumble under the pressure, because one bad headshot and that can be the entire round. That can be the entire game. And so it's actually crazy. In the competitive environment, that can be the set. It was really funny, actually. There was actually a custom Divekick controller made. It was literally just two buttons. Really, really funny. I was a huge fan of that. Okay. Dr. Shoals is actually a pretty bad matchup. Rather, Dive does very well against Dr. Shoals because you can just always play a little bit passive and just wait for her to jump and then always punish, like pretty much the same way every single time. Damn, she's really doing the same thing every time. That's crazy. I guess AI manipulation, haha. Even though normally the computers are a bit more ambiguous than this. Because I did practice a bit just to get reused to this game with Super Lot, because I haven't been playing it that much because of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So it's been fun, and she normally doesn't do that. That was kind of lucky AI. Lucky cycle, I guess you could say. I'm not sure exactly what the Baz was supposed to be. I know his kicks used to be lightning loops, kind of like Zero from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But now he has that little swing, which again, very easy for Dive to kind of just jump over and get the kill. Oh. And you know, since his dive is pretty bad, he can actually hit kick again and get a second rope, so it can stall him in the air. So if you overcommit, you might just die for it. But again, that headshot's going to be a huge deal. So I'm gonna farm some meter real quick and then get the kill. Bodied. That double killed? Wow. Okay, that's crazy. Kick factor for Dive is so good. I think world record. I think most people only run the easy mode of this game, and it's like 10-ish minutes. So I think with the hard mode, considering we're probably going to lose games, this is like exceptionally well. You know, it should be about maybe like a 15-minute estimate. Uncle Sensei is actually one of the most interesting characters in this game because he actually has two jump angles, because as you see he has shoes on his feet and then also shoes on his hands, so he has two different jump angles and he can change them in the air, so it's pretty important, and two different jump heights depending on if he jumps off of his feet or off of his hands. And of course the two different jump heights are also the case for the backwards jump, so there's technically four different jump heights that he can do. And it can change, again, his kick angle mid-jump, or rather mid-kick, so that's crazy. I don't think the computers do it that much, but the top, actually he did it right there, but the top Uncle Sensei players are so good at it. And his ground special, I believe, just a really, really high jump. Oh, that's not good. Damn. My first game loss of the run. I just gotta play super passive, try to get the kick factor out. Because, like, if I lose that game, it's fine, because when you get headshotted, you typically will resign to lose the next game, but if you can get a victory like I just did, that's a huge momentum boost. Granted, computers aren't going to care about momentum, but, like, as a player, you get really shook if you get a headshot and then lose that round. That didn't get it? Oh, I didn't die! Got it! Oh, okay, I was so scared, because I thought that was going to be he had kick factor, I got headshotted, that could have spiraled really, really bad, but okay, I'm good. So 8 minutes? I'm doing really well. This is a good run. Nesapounty. So yeah, the tips from Uncle Sensei at the bottom also really funny. He's like, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's a lot of memes. You know, obviously, if you are a part of the fighting game community, you will understand them a lot more. Wow, that's crazy. So Jefaily actually making fun of Jefaily. He's a big tournament organizer in the fighting game community. He runs CEO, which is why you see the wrestling ring. That's kind of like the theme of his tournament, and they put JEO. So this good dude, actually CEO's running the week after GDQ in Daytona this year, so it's pretty funny. If you get hit by that air special, the disqualified special, you actually, I think you get stunned, and then he gets a free kill, so. So again, those headshots so huge, especially considering I have kick factor, so now this should be free. I should be able to, yeah, this should be my victory. This should be my fraud. And I guess a big thing is the order of the classic mode, pretty much, or the story mode, is 100% RNG. So it is not, it's not You can get bad matchups. You can get some of the more difficult matchups for Dive, like, in a row, and you might actually potentially just lose. Alright, Markman, I think, is the next to last, because I think it's Markman, and then it was S-Kill. I think those are always the 2 last ones in story mode. For Dive, I think each character has a different last character, or next to last character, and things like that. Markman was a, you can see he has like a Mad Catz-esque logo on his shirt. He was like a big, I don't know like what position he was in the Mad Catz, which is a fight stick company, so he can actually, like Phoenix Wright in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he like makes the controller pretty much, which that's the little controller I was talking about earlier, the 2 buttons, so it's really, really funny. Oh, good kick angle, yeah. So again, those kick angles can interact in different ways. You can actually lose games that you expect to win, so you have to be very careful. That headshot, yeah, that's key. I'm just gonna farm for meter because he's stunned. And that's gonna be the 5-1. Okay, let's go. Can I get under 12? That'd be crazy. Yep, okay, so S-Kill. Okay, I was just making sure. Because, sometimes, because I've played it with different characters and I forget the last 2 isn't, I mean, S-Kill for Dive I know is the last one. So he's talking, blah, 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 blah. We don't care about text, we care about speed here. So a big thing is, like, he's the final boss, so he always has his kick factor, which is kind of unfair, but, I'm just gonna focus. The key to this match was actually just playing really passive because he can't really jump forward, so he can only teleport, right? Oh, but he can't do that, so that's bad. He can counter poke you pretty easily. Oh, his air special teleports right above you, yeah. It's hard to tell because he has infinite meter, so you can't tell when he's going to use it. I'm glad I didn't get headshot, though. And again, he has his ground special, which is a parry, and then he gets a free kill. But if you hit his feet, then he can't do it. See, again, I hit his knee, as opposed to his hand, so you gotta be careful with your spacing. Oh, that's not good. I'm just jumping backwards just in case he does his air special so I can farm out this. Oh, no! Alright, so that's final boss. So for all intents and purposes here, I'm just going to hit continue just so I can finish the run. So you guys can see, that's very difficult. This character is not easy. But, okay, there we go. So the key is to hit him out of his teleport and also to hit him after his second teleport, because he can go teleport and then wait and then teleport. And he cannot teleport after he kicks, but because he is always in kick factor, he can do that. So the rules don't exactly apply to him, which is what makes it so, so difficult. Oh, wow, I actually got that. Okay. So let's just pretend this is the first one, okay? And there's the air special, yeah. So you saw him do, since he did 3 teleports, I knew that he was teleporting into me. So he beat me, but now I'm gonna fraud him. So again, this run can be pretty ruthless, but I'm also ruthless right now. I'm just gonna, oh, never mind. I lied. So the fraud detection was averted, which is, again, it's pretty, I love the little nos of the fighting game community that this game has. See, there's the parry, and he gets the headshot. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. I should have been more careful with that. Okay, so now I'm back to normal. Oh, and that's gonna be it. Okay, time. So 1333 with a death on the final boss, unfortunately. But I really hope that y'all consider letting me and RagingCherry do this again. We did do this at Smash the Record 2017. If y'all want some, that's so loud, Jesus Christ, in my ears. If y'all want to consider it, it is really fun. It's a nod to the fighting game community. I know that a lot of the people at home or watching it or also there love fighting games. So I thank you so much for considering it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all, well, maybe see you all later.